Hello, party people, and welcome to The Search. For those of you who don't know, I am D. Narelle, and it is the last Saturday in February. Now, when this video is going to go up, I don't exactly know, but I decided to pick up the camera because this weekend I'm going to take a little break from being at home, and I'm gonna go visit my sister out in Farmington Hills and stay with her for the weekend. I'll be back on Sunday, which means that we don't have to pack up the old man because I'm not leaving for another couple of hours. It's almost 2 o'clock now, and I'm probably not gonna get on the road for another couple of hours just because it's the weekend, didn't have to work, so of course I slept in. My mom works around the corner, so she's gonna come over on her break, on her lunch break, and let him out to use the bathroom. And then my brothers, who live down the street, when they get off of work, they're gonna stop by, let him out again, make sure he gets his night meds, and then come over in the morning and before they go to work to make sure that he gets out and he gets his water and his food and stuff before I get home tomorrow. But yeah, before I get ready to go, part of the getting ready to go is I wanted to do a little bit of cleaning. Please don't judge the situation I'm about to show you. I started cleaning yesterday and I want to finish washing these dishes. So I'm about to put those dishes up that I washed yesterday and wash the rest of these dishes. And then there is some laundry in the dryer and on the drying rack, and I want to fold those up and put them up. And then I'm going to do my hygiene and get out of here to go spend some time with my sister and just have a little bit of a reset. So let me sit down here for a minute. Sometimes life just truly just keep on lifing, and sometimes I have issues regulating my emotions. And yesterday, Friday, I just had an attitude all day, and it's just because I just needed I guess I just need a reset or something, because things that happened. So at the beginning of this week, I got woke up to banging on my door. 2 animal control officers was at my front door because somebody has called about the well-being of my dog. Now, there was recently something that happened in Flint where they found a house with a whole bunch of dogs in a horrible situation. Completely understand why people would be a little bit more like, oh my gosh, that was a horrible thing. But before I moved into this house, I was traveling abroad when my dad and my mom moved over here. So what we've always done is let the dog out the front. He's in the front yard using the bathroom. And if it's too cold, we usually don't sit out there with him. We just watch him through the windows. So that has been happening for like 2-3 years now. And then when it's warm outside, a lot of people know who I am in this neighborhood, and they know who the dog is in the neighborhood because we're always out there walking around and stuff. So I'm assuming that it is probably somebody who is not a part of the neighborhood and don't know, because I believe it was this particular lady, who one day he was outside and like checking the window, making sure he's still in the yard. I'd run, go do something and come check. And one of the times I came and checked and opened the door, I saw that there was an Amazon guy who was about to come in. So I opened the door so the dog can come in, so the Amazon guy can drop off the package. And when I opened the door, there was a lady parked behind the Amazon guy out of her car. And she was like, "Is that your dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah," thought nothing of it until Monday when animal control was there. But then the funny thing about it was, of course, I had an attitude. When they're at my door, I'm like, can I help you? What's going on? And they're like, "We had a call about your dog." I'm like, somebody called on my dog? Because again, like I said, most people know who he is, who he belongs to, and he doesn't leave the yard. And I'm like, so of course I had an attitude. They're like, "We just need to see the well-being." He is focused on them through the window because they done banged on the door, and he's just barking. And I'm like, "I'm gonna have to drag him if you want me to do it right now." And they're like, "No, we can let you put his leash on and stuff. So close the door, put his leash on, and bring him out." Tell me why when these people see the dog, they're like, "How old is he?" I'm like, "He'll be 14 in August. their faces instantly drop because they realize they've wasted their time and somebody called on the old man. I'm like, yep, so you got to call on the old man. And they're like, well, we could kind of tell he was older based on his bark. And I'm like, yeah. And I know I do let him out here without a leash, but he doesn't leave the yard, and I be watching him. But yeah, he has a limp because he's an older dog. The vet says he's a Doberman mix. A lot of people, when they first look at him, think he's a Rottweiler, but he's an older man, so he's not like as stocky as a Rottweiler would be. He's got a slimmer build, but he also has hip problems, so he's walking around the front yard limping. So I can understand the concern, but in the years that he's been living in this house and he's always gone out there the way that he has was the annoying thing. And then after that happened, the next day, I'm getting emails from my bank, 2 separate checking accounts. Somebody is trying to commit fraud. So I had to get 2 new debit cards, and I'm like, what the heck? And then even when I shut down both debit cards, I get to work like an hour after I've already fixed everything, and somebody's still trying to use one of the old debit cards. So that was annoying. At this point, I'm kind of over everything that has happened. But yeah, just little things that add up. It wasn't, I guess the rest of the week, it wasn't really anything big that had happened. Just like small things, like when I'm trying to do something falls, or when I'm trying to wash something out, I get splashed extra with water and stuff like that. And just the annoyance of how the week started, those little things were just adding up. And then like there was one day at work, and sometimes we do have heavier parts that are around between 18 to 22 pounds. Was dealing with stuff, and you know, doing that for an 8-hour shift, of course you're gonna be tired and feel some type of way and be like, I'm just ready for this day to be over. And then when things don't work properly for you and you have to keep fixing them, and then it was like, I'm over fixing this thing, and then after I finished fixing it, the thing that I was fixing was on, the wheel came off. And I'm like holding the table, like, and people are looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, the table just broke. So then we couldn't finish the job and had to do something extra. And I'm like, it's just a lot. And then on top of that, like, there's other things that I want to do. Like, I love creating, and I love creating these videos and stuff. But then when I get stressed out and tired and overwhelmed and trying to make time for this, that, and the other, everything is just like, why? I just want to quit. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to adult. I didn't sign up for this, but it is what it is. So since I have the weekend off, I'm going to change my environment a little bit and go out to Farmington Hills with my sister, and we're just going to chill. I'm going to do some editing. I'm going to do some sleeping, and we're just going to hang out and have a sister weekend. I don't have to worry about the old man waking me up, because even though I slept in, it was broken sleeping in, because he wakes up the same time every day between 8:30 and 9 to have to use the bathroom. So I let him out, make sure he has food and stuff, and then I go back to sleep. And then depending on how long I sleep, after he has eaten, I need to go out again. And then this time around, because I went back into a deep sleep because your girl's tired, there was poop in the house. So I had to clean up poop when I woke up again to let him out. So yeah, I'm about to clean and fold some clothes so that I can go and just woosah outside of the normal. Yeah. All right, so sometimes I forget that I have a working dishwasher. So instead of like hand washing these dishes, it doesn't really look like it's a lot, but I just don't feel like doing it. I'm going to put as much stuff as dishwasher safe in the dishwasher, so then that'll take away less time of me getting ready to get up out of here and enjoy my weekend with my sister.
I finally see I can do so much better. Dreams about you and me, wearing hats in our sleeves. I can do so much better. So much better. So much better. Dreams are all that I need. I finally see I can do so much better.
Alrighty, so dishwasher is officially started. We got that going. Those can stay in there, do what they gotta do. And this and these two items, and I'm probably gonna clean out the air fryer, is all that I have left to hand wash. It is about 2:15 right now. I'm trying to get on the road a smidge bit after 3. It also depends on how long it takes me to fold that clothes, but I think it's mostly like sweatpants and hoodies, so it shouldn't take me that long to fold the clothes and then do my hygiene and get out of here. I also need to stretch because I am also working on a video that'll be coming out sometime in the future, so I need to do what I need to do to get the clips for that. But yeah, now that I am working on truly being the most consistent I have ever been with my YouTube channel, I'm starting to realize and understand how people be doing these videos where it be like, I tried 30 days of this, or I did this for this amount of time. Because I really be like, okay, you had other videos coming out, so how are you doing the time or figuring it out to be like working on something and recording it for whatever time frame they be doing it, while also getting other content out? And now that I'm like working on getting life together and figuring out how to roll with punches, getting the house organized so I have the space that I need to do what I want, therapy for the mental health aspect of it, and just figuring out time and really deciding like, this is what I want and this is what I gotta do. I am figuring out, okay, must be how they're doing it. Like, I'm recording a video right now. This is going to go out, but I'm also getting snippets and stuff for something that's going to go out further in the future. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out in the future, but you guys got to keep me accountable. I'm doing my best to do it accountable. But if like something happened where I miss a day, I know it was one video already that happened where I didn't post it on Sunday. I posted it like on Monday or something like that. But I still got it out and that still counts. But yeah, put it in the comments and stuff like that. Like, girl, where's your video? What you doing? You're gonna make sure you get all the video, because I know some of my videos be going out later in the afternoon and stuff. But yeah, consistency. 2026, I mean, life is still lifing, but 2026, we are working on these dreams. We are going to get to where we want to get and create the life that we want. Alrighty, the dishes that had to be hand washed and the air fryer have been washed. We have one thing that's still in there just because there's some stuff around the rim that I couldn't get out like I wanted to, so that's going to be sitting over the weekend to soak to get cleaned. And now I'm going to take a quick break because I haven't eaten anything since I've been up and I want a bowl of cereal. But I have more clothes than I thought. Please don't judge the dirtiness of my room. Life is lifing. But those were all the hanging clothes. Those were all the clothes that were washed. So a little bit more than I thought, but gonna get that folded. And once that is folded, I'm going to hygiene and get out of here. I'm trying to make it there before the sun goes down. Is the goal. Alrighty, so I have gotten done with folding all of my laundry and putting it up. I just finished packing my bag, my overnight bag. I still need to get my meds and stuff situated to go, but it is after 4 o'clock. So I'm not going to do the thing that I was going to do to get the clip for the video that I'm working on. It'll just have to be like a different situation eventually happen, and I'll put that information in that video when it gets there. But yeah, I basically still have to do my hygiene and throw on some clothes and get on the road. It's definitely taking me a little bit more time than I thought it was for me to get up out of this house. Contributing factor is because I wanted to sleep in, and then I wanted to get some stuff done before I left. And yeah, does anybody else ever notice that? It's like when you're just chilling, time be going by super slow. Or like when you're at work and you don't really want to be there, time goes by super slow. But as soon as you start getting up, moving and grooving, trying to get stuff done, it's like, where did the time go? Like, what the heck? It feels like that's always happening to me. But yeah, guess I'll see you guys when I get in the car then. Alrighty. I invested in a new gadget that is allowing me to get this angle, and I am using my front-facing camera. But when I was putting this stuff in the car, I attempted
head toward Park Forest Drive.
When I was putting stuff in the car, I attempted to get a couple different angled shots. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but hopefully with
Turn left onto Greenbrook Lane.
Hopefully with this new gadget, I'll be able to get more better angles while I'm trying to record and make my life a little bit more cinematic and interesting, since that's what I'm vlogging about, is different things in my life. But it is currently 4:47. Sun hasn't set yet, but I am finally on my way to see my sister. I do need to stop and get gas, and then I put it's gonna add a little 4-minute detour, but I have a free drink at Bigby that I want to stop and get too, but the detour is closer to her house. It looked like it was somewhere around Novi. So yeah, that is the situation. I'm supposed to get to her house and like do some editing and stuff. I'm probably gonna get to her house, eat some food, and take a nap. I also needed to get some baking soda. I thought I had some at my house. I'm going the wrong way. I thought I had some at my house, but I do not. So now I need to stop at the store and get some. And I don't have tinted windows, so people can see what I'm doing in the car, and someone is staring at me. That's nerve-wracking, but we must do what we must do to get the art, which means that sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. Yeah, I am going to turn on some music. I may or may not record myself singing to the music because I don't want to get copywritten, even though I can just layer something over it. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys when I get to the gas station.
I can do so much better.
Alrighty, as you guys hopefully seen, I got my gas. I went in because a little bit of a headache, so I got me some Tylenol, some jerky to eat so that I don't get nauseous. And I'm just gonna put, I just got this little box, and I'm just gonna put the rest of it,
Holiday Drive.
keep it in the car for just in cases. And then
In a quarter
I got
mile at the traffic circle, take the second exit and stay on
a
West Bristol Road.
I got a little green tea because I always want green tea, and I thought about maybe taking my box of green tea and then just buying some more, but since I'm getting Big B, this little green tea should last me the weekend, because I'm just gonna sip on it until I get to Big B. And yeah, then turn on me some music and get to driving. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Alrighty, I just stopped to get my free drink from Big B. I got the golden honey matcha. With almond milk. I think my tongue is still fresh toothpastey, so it's not super sweet, but it is hitting the spot for me. I am not that far from my sister, and soon we'll be there, and I'll probably finish my matcha. I put leftover food, like some leftover meal prep and stuff, in a cooler that I brought with me. So I'll probably eat one of those things, take my medicine that I haven't taken all day because I really haven't eaten much, and maybe take a nap before I get to editing anything today. I might be editing overnight because my videos usually try to get them up on Sundays, but we shall see.
And if you wanna leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. And see my mirror and see my clear. Ooh, on top of you, yeah.
Alrighty, so I've officially made it to my sister's house. She is currently on the phone and going through the food that I brought to see what it is. But yeah, made it here. I put some fries in the air fryer, and I am about to eat some food and probably chill. Like I mentioned before, I was supposed to be editing, but it might be a minute before I actually get to that today. Yeah. Hello, party people. It is Sunday, almost 1 o'clock, and yeah, I definitely needed these little time with my sister because I think I done slept like 10 hours. Like when I got here last night, we ate and I was trying to like hang out and stuff, but she kept asking, "Are you asleep? Because you're snoring." Fell asleep for several hours. It might have been like 2 or 3 hours. Fell asleep when I first got here, and then woke up and I think it was around 10 something. And then I had stayed up until like 3 and then went back to sleep. I think it was around 3 that I went back to sleep. I don't really know what time I got up, but I know I woke up. It might have been like 10 something. And I woke up, used the bathroom, then got to bed with my sister and fell back asleep. And now it's almost 1 o'clock, me getting up and moving around again. So I don't know. But I've just been sleeping a lot, which is normally not what I can do because get up and let the dog out and make sure he doesn't poop at the house. And then still working on little places in the house to get them organized so that I can use the house to its full ability. And then working on creating the life that I want. And then most days I have to work and then having to go to work, and that takes up so much time. And it's like, I really needed the break and the rest, and I'm probably not going to go home until later in the day. I'll just have my brothers let the dog out again before, and I think if I make it home around 8 or 9, the dog will be fine because that's normally what we do. We let him out in the morning, and then he's not going to get let out as many times as if I was at home, but I'm going to text my brother, ask him to let him out again before they go to work. And then 8 o'clock is normally around when my mom will get off for her lunch break and let him out. So as long as I'm home by then, he should be fine. Because he's getting his medicine, make sure he got food and stuff there when I talk to my brothers. And yeah, and I am finna start working on some editing so I can get a video out today. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. Not recording, but start editing so I can get a video out at some point today because yeah, I was just apparently super tired yesterday, so I didn't work on anything. And Rock.
Why did you come from here?
And Rock is at home. So the boys, Terry don't have to work today, so he would be in the house until almost midnight.
Boys gotta work.
Yeah, they got work today.
Dang, they're making money.
Yeah.
I wonder how they budgeting. You should talk to them about investing for retirement at least.
Honey, color Sensation Root Touch-Up. You'll get up to 100% grit coverage without ammonia. It only takes about 10 minutes.
Garnier Color Sensation Root Retouch. An amazing deal, baby.
My new gadget. Alrighty. I should be getting ready to go, but just wanted to show you guys I made cookies from purple potatoes. They look blue, but I used purple potatoes. I'm pretty sure I showed the ingredients that I used that I brought to my sister's house with the white chocolate chips. They actually turned out pretty good for it being my first time making them. Probably needed like some vanilla extract to really get them there, but yeah, definitely we'll be making those again. Like I mentioned, my sister didn't really want to be on camera this time around, but I'm gonna get ready to get back on the road. I never really know how these videos are gonna turn out until I start editing, but I guess whatever I did get and I put it together in a way that is interesting. But yeah, we're still going to do our best to be consistent with these videos, even though life is not always super interesting and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get back on the road and try to make it home before midnight, because I need to get up and go to the store so that I can meal prep for the week tomorrow on Monday. But again, hope you guys like what I've been putting out there, and let's continue to figure out this life thing together. See ya.